Welcome back, focused learners. Okay, let's dive into this. We so often think of a good mood as just a fleeting feeling, maybe a nice little bonus on a stress-free day. But what if positive emotion isn't just a nice to have, but an incredibly high ROI utility? A practical tool you can leverage to literally upgrade your life.
So, here's a question for you. What triggers a multiplier effect in your life, improving your immunity, your earnings, and your relationships all at once? I mean, it sounds like the absolute ultimate life hack, right? But based on our source material today, this isn't magic. It's a highly structured phenomenon, and we're going to break down exactly how it works. Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with the multiplier effect concept, then move through rewiring mind and body, unlocking brain power and growth, fueling economic success, upgrading society and lifestyle, and finally, starting your positive ripple. Think of these domains a lot like concentric circles in a pond, where a ripple effect expands outward to touch literally every part of your life.
Starting off with Section 1, the multiplier effect concept.
So, what exactly do the sources mean by this? Well, the multiplier effect occurs when positive emotional states create compounding benefits across multiple domains of your life. I want you to focus on that word, compounding. It's like a giant puzzle where one benefit actively feeds into another, elevating your entire baseline simultaneously.
Moving right along to Section 2, rewiring mind and body. This is where everything begins at the microscopic individual level. And this brilliantly illustrates the biological and psychological foundation we're talking about. Look at the absence of positive emotion. It leaves us completely vulnerable to stress, systemic inflammation, anxiety, and depression. But on the flip side, simply experiencing the presence of positive emotion actively builds stronger immunity, deep resilience, and emotional balance. Everything changes for you at the biological level.
Drilling down into the physical health domain, we are talking about stronger immunity, lower stress, and reduced inflammation. Think about your daily grind for a second. Lowering that baseline stress doesn't just make a Tuesday more pleasant, it fundamentally protects your biology. Over time, compounding lower inflammation can literally translate to a longer lifespan. How crazy is that?
But physical health is only half the equation, right? Mentally, the benefits are equally profound. We're talking increased resilience, emotional balance, and a direct reduction in anxiety and depression. When you combine that emotional balance with physical vitality, you form an absolutely unbreakable core for your internal ripple.
Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds into unlocking brain power and growth.
Now, you might be wondering what's in it for me on a practical level. Well, consider these cognitive upgrades: sharper cognition, better problem solving, and enhanced creativity. When your brain is fueled by positive emotion, it's like upgrading your mental software. You process complex information way faster and uncover creative solutions that a stressed-out brain simply cannot see. It's a direct path to personal success.
And in the education and learning domain, this sets off an amazing chain reaction. Step 1, improved motivation. You actually want to engage with tough challenges. Step 2, better information retention. Your emotionally open brain just easily files away new information. And ultimately, Step 3, higher achievement. It is a total self-sustaining loop of continuous intellectual growth.
All right, expanding the ripple even further outward into the external world. Section 4, fueling your economic success.
Higher earnings. Yes, this is a massive takeaway. We aren't just talking about feeling warm and fuzzy at your desk anymore. We are talking about a tangible financial impact on your wallet. The data clearly shows that positive emotion literally pays dividends.
So, the crucial point is how exactly we arrive at that financial gain. While the benefits are meticulously linked, we see increased productivity, better performance, and higher earnings. That creative performance you achieve through sharpened cognition, it naturally and predictably culminates in that higher income we just highlighted. It's a direct causal link.
Which brings us to the widest point of the ripple in Section 5, upgrading society and lifestyle.
Our source reveals that externally, positive emotion leads to stronger connections, better communication, increased trust, and far more helping behaviors. Like naturally stepping up to assist a coworker. That deep emotional balance you built internally now translates outward, helping you build a highly supportive community founded on trust.
And beautifully, the whole shebang loops right back around to protect you. In your lifestyle and behavior, we see a huge shift toward healthier habits like exercise, more proactive choices, and notably, less substance abuse. The positive emotion you cultivate internally creates a protective barrier around everything you've worked so hard to build.
Finally, turning the lens back onto you and the real-world application.
Section 6. Starting your positive ripple.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how perfectly it summarizes our journey today. From the foundation of physical and mental health, expanding out to cognition and education, into economic success, and finally encompassing society and lifestyle. All 7 domains entirely interconnect, flowing seamlessly from your internal mind out into the external world.
I want to leave you with this provocative thought. Since we now know positive emotion is a literal multiplier for your life's success, what is the one proactive choice you will make today to drop that first pebble in the pond? Spark that positive emotion and watch the multiplier effect totally transform your life. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay focused, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.